and that everyone should have, especially during high school. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I will present to you the best of the very best, our senior showcase.
There's nothing for me to do. Everything is a waste of time.
I love you. I love you.
I can't see the point in learning how to solve useless problems either. Games, toys, books, too much trouble to read.
There once was a child named Milo who never knew what to do with himself, not just sometimes, but always. Until one day, he noticed something that had certainly not been there before.
I wonder who could have left such an enormous package, and such a strange one.
It was definitely not square, but it wasn't quite round. And on its side was an envelope which simply said, "For Milo, who has plenty of time."
The truth.
The signature was blurred and could not be read.
What a strange present.
Milo thought about it for a while longer and opened the envelope. One
Genuine turnpike toll booth for use by those who have never traveled to lands beyond. This package contains
contains the following items: one map, up to date and carefully drawn by master cartographers, and one genuine turnpike toll booth to be constructed according to these directions. And
step one, cut here, forward here. Okay, I can do this. Step one. There we go. Step two. Step three. Step four. Wait, that's not right. Step five. Step six. Almost done. Cut here, I tell that wasn't working. Ding! Now where'd that map go?
At one time or another, we often become bored with our surroundings.
And things might pop up when we least expect them.
Milo needs to realize how interesting his world is, and how simple things like words, sights, and sounds can be so important.
Even if that means he must travel to another world to realize it.
The Phantom Toll Booth.
By Norton Juster.
Dictionopolis? Well, I guess we'll start there. I do hope this is an interesting game.
Hello there, little boy. Where are you headed?
Dictionopolis, I think.
Oh, let me help you. No. That will never do. Head down the road a bit. You'll find Dictionopolis. And no need to rush. You have plenty of time.
This is Dictionopolis. Today, by royal proclamation, is market day. Have you come to buy or sell?
I beg your pardon?
Hello! Welcome to Dictionopolis, where all the words in the world come from. By order of King Azaz, we offer you the hospitality of our kingdom.
Wait, all the words in the world?
Why, yes! You see, you must pick your words very carefully and be sure to say just what you intend to say. Today, people use as many words as they can.
And while it is wrong to use too few, it is often far worse to use too many.
Wrong to use. I'm confused. I just want to go home.
Home? Well, if one doesn't know how to find the way home, that can be a serious problem.
Serious indeed. Perhaps the king could help you. And so the advisors took Milo to meet King Azaz in hopes that he might find his way home. Where have you been? I've been looking all over for you. Ah, Milo, allow us to introduce you to Azaz the Unabridged, King of Dictionopolis.
Well, it's very nice to meet you. I was hoping you could help me find my way home.
How nice that would be for you, but how could you so easily find your way here but have so much trouble finding your way home?
Well, first I was sitting in my room, and then I saw this letter thing, and I was like, whoa, what's that?
Perhaps if you could find the one who sent you this letter, they might be able to help you.
Well, the signature is kind of hard to read. The I can't read it.
The trivium. He sounds dangerous!
Very dangerous.
The trivium exudes boredom and disinterest. He doesn't want you to get to where you're going. He preys on those who have plenty of time.
Me?
Yes, you, but fear not. Take this box. In it are all the words I know. All you must do is use them well and in the right places. It is my gift to you.
Oh, thank you. Your words certainly do mean a lot.
Let's just hope the good doctor can help you from here.
Ding!
And
And so Milo journeyed onward to meet the good doctor.
Where am I now? That looks like a wagon.
That was exactly what it was, and on its side written in enormous white letters, Cacophonus A. Discord, Doctor of Dissonance.
Have you ever heard a whole set of dishes drop from the ceiling onto a hard stone floor? Well, have you? I think not. Come in, come in.
Okay. Are you a doctor?
Have you ever heard a blindfolded octopus unwrap a cellophane-covered bathtub?
What? Are you sure you're a doctor?
I am, and from what I can see, you're suffering from a severe lack of noise!
No, I think all the noises I hear are just fine. I mean, they're pretty good.
The doctor began to jump all around the wagon, grabbing and mixing all kinds of bottles labeled loud cries, soft cries, smashes, crashes, bangs, bongs, swishes, swooshes, snap, crackle, pops, and finally creating miscellaneous uproar.
What are you doing, Doctor?
I'm going to correct your noise
I
deficiencies!
think all the noises I hear are just fine.
Well, sound is the most important gift in the world, and it is mine to give to you. You need to realize how important they are.
I do.
Well, I must be going. There's going to be several crashes and some pandemonium today. Just head down the road a bit, and you'll be well on your way. As Milo approached another unfamiliar turn in the road, the most peculiar-looking figure, which what had seemed to be 12 different faces, approached him and said, "My angles are many.
My sides are not few. I'm the dodecahedron. Who are you?
Dodeca. What?
I'm sorry for all my expressions.
I usually only use one. And what are you called?
Milo?
What an odd name.
What are you doing all the way out here?
Well, I'm trying to find my way home, but I'm not quite sure which way to go.
I often find that the best way to get from one place to another
Is to erase everything and begin again. For things usually are never what they appear to be.
in the first place.
Okay, well, that doesn't really help me. But which way do I go?
Take that road there.
Follow it forever, and you'll get there eventually.
I don't really have that kind of time. I don't even see a road. Isn't there a quicker way?
How do you know there was a quicker way unless you've already tried the first way?
Well, I guess I don't, but there's nothing there.
Sometimes seeing imaginary things are simpler than seeing real things.
For real things you can only see with your eyes open.
Okay, well, how do I see something that isn't there?
Take this eyeglass. With it you'll be able to see much worth noticing that often escapes the eye.
For seeing things as they truly are will help you along the way.
Thank you. Well, I must be going now.
But be careful. Danger will not be far behind.
The further he went, the darker it became, though it wasn't the darkness of night, rather of lurking shadows and evil intentions. Hello there, little boy.
Well, who are you?
If my identity escapes you, then it should not concern you.
You're the...
I am the terrible Trivium, demon of petty tasks and wasted effort, monster of boredom.
You think you can waste my time?
Well, I hope you didn't expect to get anywhere listening to me.
Why would you help me at all?
That advice is my specialty.
Well, I'm not going to waste any more of my time. I have a box full of all the words in the world.
What are you doing? No. Don't open that.
I wonder who could have left such an enormous
The
package.
signature was blurred and could not be read.
Well,
one genuine.
Turnpike toll booth?
Hello! All you must do is use them well and in the right places. Sound is the most important gift in the world, and it is mine to give to you. How do you know there is a quicker way
Unless you've already tried the first way.
Monster of boredom! Words are not enough to defeat me, little boy! What is that? Ah. Stop! Oh!
Now, where's my map? There it is. Dictionopolis.
Milo returned, everyone cheering and shouting. He looked around and noticed all those who he had met on his journey had come to congratulate him.
Dictionopolis, I'm here.
Yes, you have returned safely and defeated the terrible Trivium.
Thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without you.
It's time to go now, young Milo. There's much to do.
Thank you so much for everything you've taught me.
And thank you for everything you've taught us. Only never forget the importance of your gifts.
I just wish I would have been able to take my gifts with me.
And so you shall.
Announced the dodecahedron, who appeared with his arms full.
Here are your sights.
Here are your sounds. And here are your words.
Milo thanked all those who had helped him, said goodbye, and stepped into the toll booth for the last time. Ding! Milo found himself in his room, happy to be home, but sad to have left all of his new friends behind. Where the toll booth had once been was a note that said, "For Milo, who now knows the way."
It is true you have many lands to visit and wonderful things to see. We're quite sure that if you really want to, you'll find a way to reach them all by yourself. Yours truly,
King Azaz. And in the very room in which he stood were books that could take him anywhere. Things to invent, make, build, and break. All the puzzle and excitement of everything he didn't know. Worlds to imagine, and then someday make real. Everything looked new and worth trying.
Well, I would like to make another trip, but I don't know when I'm going to have the time. There's just so much to do. Right here.
Thank you.
Pretty women wonder where my secret lies. I'm not cute or built to suit a fashion model's size. But when I start to tell them, they think I'm telling lies. I say, it's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, and the curl of my lips. I am a woman. Phenomenally. Phenomenal woman? That's me. Maya Angelou has found her way beyond the insecurities of stereotypes of social and cultural expectations. She isn't pretty. She's beautiful. But it has taken her years of oppression and struggle to redeem her self-confidence she embraces today. Broadway tunes into this plight of being pretty, from the chorus line entitled, "At the Ballet." Mother always said I'd be very attractive when I grew up. When I grew up. Different, she said, with a special something, a very, very personal flair. And though I was only 8 or 9, I hated her. Now, different is nice, but it sure isn't pretty. Pretty is what it's all about. I never met anybody who was different who couldn't figure that out. So beautiful, I'd never lived to see. But it was clear, if not to her, then to me, that everyone is beautiful at the ballet. Every prince has got to have his swan. Yes, everyone is beautiful at the ballet. Hey, I was pretty at the ballet. I don't know what my parents were for or against, really, except each other. I mean, I was born to save their marriage. But when my father came to pick up my mother from the hospital, he said, "I thought this was going to work out. I guess not." Anyways, I did have a fantastic fantasy life. My fantasy was I used to stand in my living room with my arms up like this. There was an Indian chief, and he'd say to me, "Maggie, do you want to dance?" And I'd say, "Daddy, I would love to dance." Everything was beautiful at the ballet. Raise your arms and someone's always there. Yes, everything is beautiful at the ballet. Hey, I was pretty. I was happy. I would love to at the ballet. Pretty women, men themselves have wondered what they see in me. They try so much, but they can't touch my inner mystery. When I try to show them, they say they still can't see. I say, it's in the arch of my back, the sun of my smile. I am a woman, phenomenally. Unfortunately for our next Madam of Fortune, internal beauty has never evolved. Jealousy rages and her zealous passion for adventure falls pretty hard in A Cup of Tea by Catherine Mansfield. Rosemary Fell was not exactly beautiful. She was young, brilliant, and exquisitely well-dressed, but not exactly beautiful. Rosemary had been married for 2 years, and her husband absolutely adored her. They were rich, really rich, not just comfortably well off. One winter afternoon, she had been buying something in a little antique shop in the Curzon Street, and the man who kept it was ridiculously fond of serving her. Today, it was a little enamel box with a glaze so fine it looked as though it had been baked in cream. Charming, but what the price?
28 guineas, madam.
28 guineas? Well, will you keep it for me? He would be willing, of course, to keep it for her forever. But at that very instant, a young girl, thin, dark, shadowy, where had she come from, was standing at Rosemary's elbow, and a voice like a sigh, almost a sob, breathed. Madam, may I speak to you a moment?
Speak to me?
Madam, would you let me have the price of a cup of tea?
A cup of tea? Then you mustn't have any money at all.
None, madam.
How extraordinary.
Suddenly it seemed to Rosemary such an adventure. Supposing she took the girl home? It would be thrilling. Come to tea with me. I mean it. Do come home now with me and have some tea. You don't mean it, madam.
But I do.
Please, I want you to come along. Hungry people are easily led. There, don't be frightened. Come sit down. You look so dreadfully cold. Oh, please, you mustn't be frightened.
Tea? Tea at once.
But at that very moment, the door handle turned. It was Philip.
May I come in?
Of course, it's quite all right. This is my friend, Miss Smith, madam, said the figure, who was strangely and still unafraid.
Oh, yes. Rosemary, I want you to come into the library for a moment. Will you?
I picked her up on Curzon Street.
But what on earth are you doing with her?
Cried Philip. Be nice to her. Look after her. I don't know how. We haven't really talked yet.
My darling,
said Philip.
it simply can't be done.
Why not? I wanted to. And besides, one's always reading about these things.
But she's so astonishingly pretty.
Pretty? Do you think so? I hadn't thought about it. She went into her writing room and sat down at her desk.
Pretty.
Absolutely lovely.
Pretty.
Lovely.
She drew her checkbook out towards her. But no, checks would be no use, of course. She opened the drawer, took out 5-pound notes, looked at them, putting 2 back, squeezed the 3 in her hand, went back to her bedroom. Half an hour later, Philip was still in the library when Rosemary came in.
I only wanted to tell you that Miss Smith will not be dining with us tonight.
Oh, what happened? A previous engagement?
She insisted on going, so I gave the poor little thing a gift of money. I couldn't keep her against her will, could I? Do you like me? She said with her tone sweet and husky troubled him.
I like you awfully.
There was a pause. Philip, she whispered, and pressed his head against her bosom. Am I pretty?
Pretty women and gentlemen, now you understand just why my head's not bowed. I don't shout or jump or have to talk real loud. When you see me passing, it ought to make you proud, 'cause I am a woman. Phenomenally. Phenomenal women are we.
Ryan King. No? Mark Spitz. Michael Phelps. All these names have meanings to me, and many to you. Some of you probably realize by now they're all famous swimmers. Well, famous swimmers in my life. They inspired me to do great things and achieve great goals in my life through, go figure, swimming. But it isn't what they said to the media or the public that had the profound impact on me. Like most great athletes we aspire to be, it is what they did. rather than what they said that inspires us to do great. It's their actions that speak louder than their words. Ironically enough, my quote today is by Theodore Roosevelt, "Speak soft, but carry a big stick." This is ironic to speech because, of course, we speak naturally. However, what he meant by this is that we must all use our actions to speak rather than our words. And in doing so, we can have even more of a profound impact on the world rather than what we just say. We can analyze this quote in three separate areas. One being the life of Jackie Robinson, sorry. Another being a novel and a movie in the 1980s, The Princess Bride. And finally, how in my first year, I stand in front of all these trophies and aspire to be the great person that I can be in speech. Not off to the best start, but we'll go with it. Jackie Robinson, born in 1919 in Georgia, aspired to be a great athlete. He was the first black person to ever win 4 varsity letters in football, basketball, baseball, and track. Growing up, he always wanted to be a baseball player. He eventually joined the United Negro League. Later on, though, he was drafted to the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1947. There, he quickly became oriented to the game, far greater than any Caucasian person at that time. In simply 2 years, he became the Major League Baseball's MVP, an achievement not many people have achieved in simply 2 years. However, this isn't what's so profound about his athleticism. What's profound is the fact that he barely said anything at all. This African American came into this dominated Caucasian sport not saying anything, but rather letting his skills and success in baseball speak simply for him. Going on about this quote, I don't know how many of you have heard of the movie The Princess Bride. It is a famous movie of mine. I remember watching it as a little kid. There's this one character, although not revealed exactly in the movie, the Dread Pirate Roberts. Now, he actually takes place as 2, 3, multiple characters, for it's his name that's really legendary. The Dread Pirate Roberts is feared by all. Yet, what most people don't know is he's immortal. The Dread Pirate Roberts' name was handed down to generation and generation of captains of a ship, simply as an intimidation. The actions of the Dread Pirate Roberts spoke louder than the actuality of his words. He wasn't exactly real in the sense of what he said to the crew or what he did in actions, but rather the profoundness he had on the world is what led him to carry that big of a stick. Now, I did mention my speech career. This is my first year doing this, which is why you can see I've stuttered already. Impromptu was a great opportunity for me to really join the team. And although I regret not joining earlier in my career, I still stand in front of the enormity of this school. And I have to say, I don't really have to expand upon their success. I did see some Poland speech students back there, and I'm sorry I haven't seen your trophies yet, but wow. Needless to say, I am greatly honored to be considered even a part of this speech team. I'd like to thank my coach and my crew and my team for allowing me to be a part of this, and I just hope that in this year I help them as much as they've helped me grow. Speech really has been a great impact on what I say. Now, the words they say and the words I say may have an impact on my life, but it's the friendliness and bonding that really spoke to me as a teammate and as a friend. In this sense, we can see that Jackie Robinson, the Dread Pirate Roberts, and the Cardinal Mooney speech team all did not say much, didn't have to say much in order to be a profound impact on me, on others' lives, and the world. So, as Theodore Roosevelt said, speak soft but carry a big stick. Obviously, I hope not to speak too soft anymore, but rather to leave you with this message that let us all go out into the world as true impactors in our activities and in our academics and athletics and in our actions rather than simply what we say. Thank you.
Talent, where does it come from? Is it a product of one's environment? Or is talent something you're born with? Something passed down from generation to generation in the blood? Meet Judy Denmark, a mother leading an idyllic suburban life. Hi, pretty, isn't she? Now, Judy has absolutely no talent whatsoever, but her daughter Tina has been blessed with a great deal of talent. Bring! Hello, Tina's mother. How can I help you? Tina brought you flowers from our garden. Oh, she is such a special girl. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. Hello, Tina's mother. Please hold. Hello, Tina's mother. A party! I'll tell her she's invited. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. Hello, Tina's mother. Thanks for holding. Tina sang to your blind mother. Oh, she is so compassionate and so darn talented. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye. Ding dong. Hello, Tina's mother. Hello. Ding dong, ding dong. Oh. Ding 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 ding. Hello, Mrs. Denmark, Mrs. Judy Denmark. Tina's mother. Oh, that's me. I'm Sylvia St. Croix. Oh, St. Croix, is that a stage name? Yes. Oh, and the reason I'm here? Yes, your daughter Tina. That's why I'm here. Oh, would you like to meet her? I'd love to. Tina, we have company. Do you have any children, Miss St. Croix? I prefer not to talk about it. Let's just say she didn't have any talent. Oh, well, I'm so sorry. She used to jump around the living room screaming, "Mama, look, I'm dancing." But she was merely jumping. Oh, God, it was embarrassing. Well, how terrible. Oh, here comes Tina.
A 5, a 6, a 5, 6, 7, 8. Some girls like to cook and sew. When I cook, it's in a show. I was born to entertain. Yeah! Hi!
There is no business like show business. People searching for fame and notoriety will do anything and everything to achieve it, whether it's Angelina Jolie adopting an entire country, or Britney Spears shaving her head, or the most obnoxious publicity stunt of all, Michael Jackson dying. His skin, black to white. People searching for fame will do whatever it takes to get it, even if it means being downright ruthless. By Joel Paley. Tina, how would you like to be a star?
It's all I ever wanted.
Well, that's why I'm here. I work with specially gifted children. I think little Tina here can be big. With my help, she can be a star. And I'm not asking for a penny. Not a penny up front. Well, I suppose a little coaching couldn't hurt. We start today. Oh, I'm afraid she can't start today.
Today's the audition for the school play.
An audition?
I'm trying out for the lead.
Tina, we must prepare. Good afternoon, children. I'm Miss Thorne. This year, I have the privilege of directing a school play.